as Trump is traveling around the Middle East, specifically here in Saudi Arabia, he's touting these deals. Oh boy, does he make some great deals. $600 billion in deals with Saudi Arabia, except that no, not even close to that. Like literally what they've announced is not even close to that. And that's assuming that all of that actually goes through. So there are some big deals. Let's acknowledge them and talk about whether they're actually a good thing. I know that he just throws out billions and billions and it's a deal and we're supposed to assume that that advances our interests as Americans, but does it? Because that includes $142 billion for state-of-the-art war-fighting equipment and services from a dozen American defense industry companies. So $142 billion in weapons that we are giving to Saudi Arabia, a country that admittedly has never wronged us. They've never supported any movements that have attacked America or anything like that. They've never used the weapons we've already provided to absolutely devastate Yemen. And so we're just supposed to assume that, hey, that's a lot of money that's gonna go to defense contractors. I guess that's good, but is it? Is more business for these companies necessarily in our favor? Like, how does that actually help us? How does that make us stronger? It might lead to more wars in the Middle East, I guess, that then we can get involved in, they get even more money. I get that that's good for their shareholders, but I don't know why it's good for us. The Saudi infrastructure projects, maybe, I don't know. I'm curious how many imported workers will die working on those. And artificial intelligence data centers so we can cook the planet faster. I don't see how any of this is good for America, but let's also note, even if you add up all of this, it's not even half the number that Trump is throwing around. So that said, Sharon, what do you make of all this?
It's just a bunch of bunk and nonsense, and it's destructive. And this coming from, you mentioned the 142 billion. This coming from, I actually heard a commentator talking very passionately about how Donald Trump, one thing you have to admit about him is he wants peace and he works so hard for peace. He wants to be the peace president, anti-war president. Hey, this is just ludicrous. This notion, okay, prop yourself up. I'm the business guy, I'm the deal maker, but to this level and these lies, we're tired of hearing it. We're not seeing anything that helps us here.
It's amazing that so what have we had in these 100 days? He's effectively shut down international trade. Now he's backed off of some of that, thankfully, because it was so stupid that he had to back off a bunch of it. But still, higher tariffs, higher prices, less business for American businesses to sell their products abroad. But what can he get? Oh, free trade when it comes to weapons. Oh yeah, no, it's $142 billion. Super easy to make those deals. Again, this is what our country is. This is the influence we can spread. Soft power's done. We've shut down those agencies. We're not doing anything to make the rest of the world give a damn about America. But we are selling weapons that will be used to probably suppress people, kill a bunch of civilians, generate a lot of goodwill for America in the long run as we cozy up to Saudi Arabia, which I'll pointlessly remind everyone, one of his best friends in charge of that country butchered a journalist. But oh, sorry, is that inconvenient? I don't want to mess up the deal by mentioning that. And we've been talking about a lot of different types of corruption. Let's just tie it all together. Trump's Middle East business deals have tripled since his first term. I guess he's just 3 times as good of a businessman. The buildings he makes are 3 times as good as they used to be. That's probably what it is. It's not about influence. It's not about affecting US policy or anything. He's just really good at making golf courses, I think. Any other thoughts, Sharon, before we move on?
No, it's just you put up that headline that said Trump Middle East deals. If the word administration would have been in there and it wasn't Donald Trump, it was somebody else, it might be okay to see, are we doing something globally except making everyone hate us? But it's all about him. And honestly, the money's one thing, it's astronomical. The coins and Bitcoin, all this stuff that they're doing, the family. But just quickly, I don't think it's about how rich do you need to be? It's about cementing some legacy, like you're, some 15-million-year-old Chinese dynasty or something. The Trump name will live forever. It's weird. It's really weird.
Very, very weird. And I didn't mention it when we were doing it, but you mentioned the crypto stuff. It was last week, an investment firm backed by Abu Dhabi said it plans to put $2 billion into Trump family crypto. Like, again, that sentence is bigger than all of the corruption we've ever had to cover before on the show. Just that one. And in 10 minutes, I'm gonna forget that I even said that.
Yeah.
And that's bigger than remember when AOC went to the Met and she paid for that dress, but like they pretended that she didn't? And they were like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
$2 billion, $400 million plane. All of it, again, like if a Democrat gets in charge again, and this, I don't say this as like this is victorious, this is bad. There's nothing they can do that will count at all in terms of corruption, bribery, personal business. Nothing they'll do can ever compare to this. So I guess as a country, we're just done with covering corruption. We just have to accept all of it because we've already accepted the most individually corrupt acts that have ever been or could ever be committed by a president. That's a fun little milestone for America.